Welcome to the Elixir podcast, where we ask people from all walks of life and from around the world what their favourite poem is and why it's important to them, why or how it speaks to their heart. If you have a poem that you would like to share and would like to appear on the podcast, please contact me at helenwing@me.com.
Gunyairi an bóthar le.
May the road rise up to meet you.
Grón ghuí go brach ag de chúl.
May the wind be always at your back.
Go lunri an ghrín go te dai.
May the sun shine warm upon your
Go
face.
ditche an wáisteach go mín de
The
farcanna.
rains fall soft upon yourself.
Hello and welcome again to the Elixir Poetry Podcast, where we ask people from all around the world if they have a poem that means something to them, and then we ask them why. Today we're talking to Rod, who lives in London, and he's going to tell us about his poem. Hello, Rod.
Hi. Right, would you like me to read it?
Yeah, I'd like you to read your poem, please, yeah.
Okay then, yeah, okay. Markie, may the road rise up to meet you. May the wind be always at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face. The rains fall soft upon yourself. And until we meet again, dear friend, may your God hold you in their arms and you feel our love for you.
Rod, that is absolutely beautiful. And I noticed that is a poem that you have adapted from a poem that's often read in Ireland.
Yes.
And also there have been songs that have been made from this poem as well. So tell us how you came across this poem and why it means so much to you.
When I came across this poem, I have a friend, long-time friend called Markie, 4 decades of friendship. And unfortunately, he passed away due to his cancer. It took him about 2 years. Last time I saw him was in a hospice. And after that, I realized I couldn't see him again because of his deterioration in his health. So I sent him a gift package with certain things in it, albeit butterflies and birds and a card where I wrote him that poem, which I heard when I was down in Devon. An Irish poem, an Irish poet, and it hit home to me as a kind of farewell that I wanted to say to him. So, because knowing I wasn't going to see him again, I just wanted that to be said to him from me.
That's really, really beautiful. So you sent him a package. What was in the package? You said there are butterflies in the package?
Yeah, I sent him wind-up butterflies, about 10 of them, which I put within the card. So when he opened it, he jumped. Someone was filming it, so it was very beautiful. And he jumped, which gave me a feeling that it sparked him to life for a minute. And then he played with the bird for about 2 minutes, and then he went straight to the card, and I could see him reading these words.
Oh, wonderful.
With a very somber face. So it was my message to him, and he knew I was there for him.
Yeah. And of course, butterflies are like the universal symbol of the soul.
Yeah.
And children in the camps, actually in the Holocaust camps, would draw butterflies on the walls of their house.
I sent him a robin too, a small fluffy robin, very realistic, which he had stuck in his hair while he was being filmed and opening the card.
That's really amazing.
Yeah.
So Mark was your best friend, basically.
He was my best friend for 4 decades. We had a whole lifetime together. There wasn't a week gone by that we didn't do something together, albeit holidays, marriage. Our whole lives were together.
Hmm. And with your best friend, often you have these moments, don't you, that stay with you, that are like the big epiphanic moments of your life together. And I'm sure it must be so painful that you can't spend your retirement together, as you planned.
It was my big plan, and we had plans to sail and basically fly away.
Hmm.
But yeah, two old men in a cornfield drinking a beer. Quite the
Yeah.
simple life. Quite the simple life. Nothing more, nothing less. Which would have been a very beautiful thing to do, I think.
Hmm.
But
Rod, what's your first memory of Mark? Do you remember the first time you came across him?
my very first memory of him was his sister Nikki and myself and my wife Jill. We used to hang out together. So my very first memory of Mark was this white Jamaican guy with a funny accent in his house saying something ludicrous, which I seem to have got straight away because I was kind of in that language, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And we went for a beer, and that was it. The friendship forged
Yeah.
for
An immediate,
years.
an immediate bonding. An immediate
Immediate
bonding.
bonding. Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah.
I
It was
think that I think you sending that package with that poem and the butterflies must have been so moving for him. At the time when he was struggling so much, he so much didn't want to die actually,
no.
and it must have been a huge comfort to him.
He took a little while to pass over. So that last meeting I had with him on a personal level, and thereafter I couldn't visit him. So I used to send him some care packages, which I think was a very good thing. It was very personal, and it was, the wording that me and him had together was obviously a personal way of speaking, but I put it all in the care packages, and he understood and smiled. And his sister did film the care packages being handed to him, which used to make me smile. And I've still got them on my phone, so I look at them now and again, and
Yeah,
he's still
yeah, he's still with you.
there. Yeah,
Roddy, thank you so much for telling us about how you came across this poem and why you wrote it for Mark. I'd really love it if you could read it again so that our listeners can hear it in the context of your experience.
yeah,
I'm reading
absolutely.
it again one more time for us.
Okay. Markie, may the road rise up to meet you. May the wind be always at your back. May the sun shine warm upon your face. The rains fall soft upon yourself. And until we meet again, dear friend, may your God hold you in their arms and you feel our love for you. Thank you.
That's really beautiful.
Thank you.
Rod, I'd really like to thank you for sharing something so moving and so personal to you. And I'm sure our listeners will appreciate it. We will be posting Rod's version of the poem along with the original version and the Irish version on the links to the podcast and on my website at helenwing.com. Rod, thank you very much for coming to talk to us today. It's been a huge privilege.
No, thank you, Helen. It was quite nice to get that out to someone. Thank you.
Thank you.
Gwneirí an bóthar let. Grón ghuí go brach ag de chúl. Go lunraí an ghrín go te dai. Go ditse an wáisteach go mín de fárcanna. Agus go múlimid le chéile ríis. Go gwyni dia I mus a láimhethú.
If you're a regular listener and are enjoying the podcast, it would mean the world to me if you could hit the follow button on your podcast app. And if you have a moment, leave a review and a 5-star rating. Remember, you can find the poems that feature in each episode on my website, helenwing.com. If you'd like to support the production costs of our Elixir Poetry Podcast, please feel free to buy me a coffee. Thanks for listening.